activists, change makers, lawyers, they do so much work and so much hard work, but never really have the time to come together and relax and have a space to just breathe.
Both Bertha Foundation and Postane, we aim for a better world, and we collaborate with activists, civil society organizations who are struggling for a better world. But we are very much aware of the fact that unless we tell our stories in an impactful way, our impact will be also limited. And we know that we need to reclaim the story, the narrative, so that the change that we envision can progress, can happen.
So this is our second Bertha Accelerator. The first one happened last year, and to be able to put together the accelerator and have people coming from different walks of life, to have, investigative journalists, to have just people working in comms and civil society organizations or lawyers come together and talk about what does storytelling look like, what does it mean. We have different audiences, but the way in which we're communicating, or the tools that we're using to communicate, we can learn from each other. I'm so grateful for Bertha to be able to allow us the space to be able to bring people from different countries to sit in one place. It's also so interesting to see how even if we live 9,000 kilometers away from each other, there's similarities in the issues or the problems that we are facing.
We are in an age where there is so much storytelling out into the world that is wrong, it's false, it's not rooted in reality or data, but it's serving the interests of corporations, it's serving the interests of oligarchies, it's serving the interests of billionaires. And I think what we're trying to do is to reclaim a story that connects people back into their own lives and back into reality, that helps us to see when you're advocating, how are you actually advocating on behalf of yourself rather than using talking points of other people's interests.
We wanted these three main things when we're designing the program. First is to create a space and time for participants to reflect on themselves and their own narrative realities and challenges. Second, we want them to learn from Istanbul itself as well, both as a city with its contradictions and challenges, and also as a civil society hub in the time that we are having all these multiple crises. And third, we want to create a space for participants to truly learn from each other, because we know that there are a lot of expertise on their own stories and their own backgrounds as well.
So we designed the program in a way that actually gets them to work on their fields, work on their activism, and learn about these different approaches and different toolkits, basically.
And then the other important part for me was around rest. I feel like a lot of activists, journalists, storytellers in different ways, where the photojournalists don't get a lot of space to reflect and rest.
When I came, I saw something unique that I have not met in many convenings: love, care, and passion. So the participants that are in this program, there is a way humanity is put at the forefront of everything.
When we were all sharing examples of where we have found storytelling to be relevant or impactful or particularly powerful, everybody's contribution was moving, it was poignant. It was essentially a storytelling masterclass in and of itself.
I would say that it has given me life. It's nourished me in ways that I could never ever have imagined. I was so excited to come here, and it's just exceeded all of my expectations.
Hope as a strategy was really interesting because I never really thought about how negatively we frame things, because it's like, we're in a crisis, activism is in crisis, all those kinds of narratives are pretty common in how we communicate and how we share our stories. And just thinking about flipping that over to create hope and to get people more engaged or more on board is like almost revolutionary.
The narrative of voting against someone or doing things against something, it is very much powered by fear, and the society moves because they fear something. So they
mobilize against the stuff that they do not want to happen. And this narrative shift has really sunken into me in a way that's very powerful, because I think that if we frame the things that we want to do as something that we are for, not against, then also the action around us and our whole body and mind disposition can shift and make that happen.
So with the theme reclaiming the story, the way my mind has changed in terms of storytelling is that it's actually broader than I thought it was, right? Sometimes you write stories thinking that everything is on the surface and you understand your content because you wrote that, right? But right now I'm realizing that we can go deeper. We can find better answers. We can find better means of getting to the answer. And I think that is one thing that has stuck out to me.
This is my interpretation of the Postane building. Wow. Thank you.
Everyone is so smart and so prolific in the work that they do that I'm hoping to pick up some tips or gain new insights into engaging with communities from them. And I think there's a lot we can learn from each other.
Oh, we're gonna be back. We're gonna be back. Yeah. Already we feel really connected and grateful. Every day someone here is like, I'm grateful for the food, I'm grateful for the people, I'm grateful for the space, I'm grateful for Postane. It just is rare that we have spaces to dream and imagine and brainstorm.
I have met amazing people during this program. I've been able to meet people from all over the world. I've been able to share experiences, share stories, and all this has been really great.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I don't know if amazing is the word, but extra amazing.
So I would say food, hospitality, collective hope, and joy, laughter, accountability.
Hope is a discipline.
Yeah.